And we're live.
Whenever I'm robbing a convenience store, I'm thinking like, this is great. They're not going to see this coming. I've already got my mask on just like everyone else. I'm going to blend right in.
That's true. It's been great for looting. We've seen that over the past few months. It's a tremendous, a brand new forefront of looting technology.
In California, there's something they're doing something now called the CAREN Act.
The CAREN Act.
Yeah, it's CAREN with a C, and it's an acronym, I believe. But they're going for CAREN, and it's making it illegal to call 911 for like racially motivated non-crimes.
How do you even know what is that? Even? It's already illegal to call the police and waste their time. People
have been calling tons for like all sorts of nonsense, like especially the ones where they show up somewhere and they won't let them in because they don't have a mask on, so they call 911. That's now going to be a crime.
So now they're saying like you can't call the police because someone's not wearing their mask.
No, the other way around. You can absolutely call them if they're not wearing the mask. They're going to get locked up.
Wait, then what were you saying it's about?
If you're not wearing the mask and you're trying to get...
you're trying to get access and say they're violating my rights as somebody with make-believe respiratory issues.
Yeah, I'm a nautical representative of the island of Man, and I'm sailing down this highway in my privately owned vessel, which requires no registration nor licensing under the maritime law.
I will never not take those guys' side. Their absolute unwavering competence in maritime law. It's like I absolutely love it. Like they're never like, let me pull up my pamphlet here. It's no maritime law subsection A of paragraph 3. I do not need registration because this is a seafaring land.
You know what my favorite one is though? It's not even the maritime law stuff. I saw this guy who was riding a motorcycle and they pulled him over for not wearing a helmet. And he said, well, actually, if you look at helmet law, this qualifies as a helmet. And he has a plastic wafer on that's a third the size of a yarmulke, and it is strapped to the top of his head. And he's like, there is nothing in the law of Minnesota which dictates that my helmet need to be of any size whatsoever. The requirements are that it be made of this material. It is. That it is on my head securely. It is. And and the cop is just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
see, that guy had a great day. That guy was driving around aimlessly for hours, just hoping on a prayer to get pulled over.
Loops around the police station.
Oh, it's time to lock and load. Hey, bitch, I'm wearing my communion wafer. Yeah, that's great. Those guys, the sovereign citizens, they're called, I believe.
Yes. You can look up
sovereign citizen police stops on YouTube that are pretty good.
It might be boring to some people, but do you know the YouTube channel Audit the Auditor?
No.
Have I talked about this yet? There are people who call themselves auditors, and basically they put themselves into situations where they would interact with the police, maybe open carrying, maybe filming a government building.
DUI checkpoints. I've seen that one.
DUI checkpoint, sure. Now they're auditors, and they'll go to like a DUI checkpoint and cooperate as little as possible, which turns out to be very little. Like you give your license, you don't ask questions, you don't even roll down your window, you don't take any you just go. And then like there are other things like, you know, the cop's like, you're being suspicious. Because you're suspicious, I want to know your name. You have to give me ID. And he's like, what is it about me that's suspicious? And it's like, well, you're wearing a dark hoodie in this neighborhood or whatever. And he's like, nope, that doesn't count. That does not make a person suspicious. And these auditors, usually they get like a B on knowing the law, but the cops often do worse. And Audit the Auditor is an actual attorney. He's a lawyer. That's what he does for a living. And then he goes and he watches these auditor videos, reputs them on his channel, and tells you when people get things right and wrong. Like this policeman, you know, was unprofessional. Usually the police are the dicks in his videos.
No.
Yeah. I think that there's not all of them, of course, but there's a common personality trait in police that they kind of need to alpha and win every situation. And sometimes that can result in making up rules or, you know, I don't know, getting shit wrong, detaining people that don't deserve to be detained. And you get the outcome. And some of these auditors are making 6 digits, like false arrests, illegal detainment, stuff like that. And they kind of like the whole situation started because you were filming outside on the sidewalk in public into a federal building through the windows at someone in their office doing their job, right? So like if that's me, I'm being a dick in this situation. They called the police on me because I'm filming them through the window in a federal building. But it turns out there's like no expectation of privacy if you can see in there through this from the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And which has gotten me out of many a peeping Tom conviction.
Oh, close those blinds or I'm a looking.
Yeah. You cover your windows or I'll see your drawers.
That's what I bought that lens for. Looks like I'm out there like fucking Galileo. When I'm not staring at the sun, I'm looking in your blinds.
It's full moon.
He's a little monotone. He's not like a storyteller. He's just a fact dissector. But Audit the Auditor, I've watched enough of. And I put myself in there. Right? I put myself in the video, like in make believe. And like, how would I do? Not well. Not well. If a cop says I'm doing something suspicious and then I have to show my ID, I'm like, oh, shit, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is it suspicious to walk through a neighborhood with one pant leg rolled up when we all know that's a sign that a drug dealer is available for business in 1994, which is a thing? My friend was a cop.
That's how me and Taylor always got our drugs. We'd look for one pants leg up Larry, and we'd know.
Hey, I noticed you got both pant legs. Oh, you're wearing shorts. I'm sorry.
That means you're a prostitute, right?
I think that's true. I don't know.
Why are you all hitting me?
I was told it was true. I'm always good at my sources, but so then it's like, oh, like shit. Have I been that suspicious for one pant leg up, Woody? Like, am I confident enough that I'm right in my Fourth Amendment rights to not give my ID to this cop who wants to arrest me? Because if I get it right, there could be $250,000 in it for me. If I get it wrong, there's 60 days in it for me.
Did you have both your pant legs down?
It's
never
good to have your lawyer on speed dial and also have his card in your pocket for instances like that.
And say, contact my attorney, or I'm going to contact.
No, you call him and ask him what to do.
I didn't know about the pant leg rule. Lots of interesting ways to get drugs.